So, a lot of you out there may have been wondering where the fuck I've been. I haven't done a video in almost a month now. Yeah, I know. I've just been busy with practicing drums 2 hours a day, doing MMA, mixed martial arts stuff, and just started school 2 weeks ago. I started a pain in the ass. Trying to get a job and get my own place and move out of my aunt's house, but typical shit. But you may be wondering what made me jack the webcam out today. Sunday. Sundays usually suck and there's nothing really to do. So I figured, what the fuck? I'll make a video and about shit. And today is, notice the shirt. Today is the 24th anniversary of Injustice for All, when it came out, when they released it, when they let that bad boy out. Now, Injustice for All is this, I believe, the is the second, I think it's the second or third Metallica record I heard. I was probably like 10, probably 11, 12, 13 when I heard it, and it's just the one thing that really blew me away was like just from the first moment I heard Black and was the drums. I was like, I have to fucking learn this song, and from that point on, that became like, that record became probably next to Puppets and Lightning, because I was still, my dad was still passing the torch on to me, so I was a Metallica virgin at the time. I guess that's what you could call it, but I've seen them 20. Oh yeah. I'm also gonna get into. I saw them 2 weeks ago in San Francisco, my hometown, motherfucker. They were just, oh my god, they were just fucking mind blowing, man. Also getting into that too in this video, but Justice for All became probably the most that I might listen a lot to when I was really fucking pissed off. When I was filled with rage, that record just, it's just something about it. And also, not, I mean, it's, it has to do with the system and the government and all that, but a lot of that stuff, can also be traced emotionally into relationships, I think, too. Especially, obviously, your sorrow, a guy who snaps and kills his family, or his wife and his kid, you know. But one thing I wish they would just finally play Fade into Sanity live and just get it over with. And I also wish, I mean, yeah, they played one Blackened, playing Justice a lot lately. It sucks they didn't play it when I saw them, but I'm not complaining. I wish they would play Eye of the Beholder as well. They haven't played that since like '89. But until it was to die, like I mean, they haven't played that since Night 2 at the Fillmore, and I think they should bring that out and play that live again. But I got to think back to the time too. Metallica was still, they're coming off losing Cliff Burton and Puppets and Ozzy tour, and like they took a lot of that fucking rage into the studio with them, and a lot of one of the most noticeable things is really no bass on there. You can't hear it. I'm sure Lars and James during the mixing sessions were drunk and they're like, "Oh, we're not gonna put Jason's bass in the mix." Just kind of fucked up, but so I mean, Injustice is probably. I mean, it's definitely one of the most fucking badass epic records. I mean, that's just like that shit just still to this day holds up, and I think a lot of the songs on there, I mean that was back during the Cold War and when Reagan was in office and all that shit. But I think a lot of that stuff nowadays, especially in justice for all, will always reign true. Because look at, our country's, you know, our country's. I'm not gonna get too into this, but our country is more or less, going down the shitter more than ever, and Obama's trying to fix it. But I'm not gonna get into politics because, fuck politics. It's not my thing. But anyways, so I just want to say, justice for all. 24 years, But so I'm gonna get into now. I just saw them still somewhat still recovering from this, believe it or not, because oh man, my mind's still fucking blown. I saw them on the 11th, like 2 weeks ago in San Francisco, my hometown, and as soon as I heard that they were gonna play there, I had to fucking go. I was not gonna fucking miss that. So I did, shit for my aunt, and I got the money or whatever, and I took Amtrak to get there. I took Amtrak from Merced, which is like an hour away from Los Banos, and then I got from Merced into I took a train from Merced to Amityville, and I got off in Amityville, and I took a bus from Amityville, and I got off at the Hyatt in San Francisco. Now you can't imagine how I'm feeling, right? I'm ready. I'm fucking pumped. Like I want to get to Golden Gate Park, which is probably like 3 or 4 or 5 blocks away from the Hyatt. So I get off the train. I get off the bus, the Amtrak bus, and I'm trying to get a fucking taxi. Now, if you go to San Francisco and you don't like have a car or whatever, getting a taxi in San Francisco is a fucking pain in the ass. And there's this one guy who's about to go on a route. This one taxi that was about to go on a route. And it's like, hey man, do you have any more room for people? Can I get in there? Because there was like 3 people in there, and I give a fuck, And then and then he's like, no, I'm like, are there more taxis coming? He's like, oh, I don't know, bro. I'm like, what the fuck? What do you mean you don't know? I was pissed. He's like, what? I'm like, what, bitch? Don't get fucking smart with me. I was ready to rip his throat out, man. Like. If I wasn't there to see Metallica, I probably would have whooped that guy's ass. But anyway, so I'm like, fuck, what am I gonna do? Because I still had like about 2 hours, maybe an hour till Metallica went on, and I had to get there. And I mean, like outside Lance Fest was like, the Foo Fighters had played the night before. Foo Fighters and Neil Young had played the night before, and I loved the Foo Fighters and Neil Young. Like, I would have loved to be able to see them, but going for Metallica would have just made more sense to me. I mean, outside Lance Fest was kind of like, I got there. Well, I'll explain to you how I got there. Like, so I'm like, fuck, what am I gonna do? And then I was like, fuck it, I'll just take the Muni, which is the Bay Area train from there. And then I got off on like 9th Street, and I had to walk 2 blocks to the park. And okay, now, now, I didn't have a jacket. And like, the Bay Area could get very fucking cold. I get off and I'm like, have my Damage Incorporated shirt on and my camo shorts and my headphones and my sunglasses. I'm thinking it's gonna be hot as fuck. I get off, it's fucking strange, man. I get off and it's like it's all foggy and I'm like, fuck, man, but what the hell is going on? I'm like, fuck it, I don't care. It's cold as shit, but So anyways, I had to walk a block or 2 to get to the venue, and and I finally get there, and I'm like, fuck, dude, I'm just freaking out, and then so I get in there, and I'm walking in, and I get through the general admission, and finally get my ticket, and I'm like, take out my phone. I'm like, okay, it's like 7. Metallica's not going on till 8. So hold on a minute. I'm gonna coming up in 10 minutes here. I'm gonna continue this in the next video.